right? Um,
Yes, definitely.
yeah, I've never been in anything even close
But
to that
I hope
instance.
that I will never been in a situation like
Yeah.
that. My gosh.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank God, we don't have this kind of things here. You know, terrorist attacks and so forth. We
Yeah.
have some situations, you know, uh, like muggings, no,
Mm-hmm.
muggings,
Muggings. Hmm.
and things like that, but not terrorist attacks here.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, it's intense though. Mm. Definitely not something that you want to be part of or see. Um,
When I was practicing Krav Maga, I used to practice Krav Maga.
okay.
I've gotten the orange belt,
Okay.
belt, and then um, if something like that had happened to me, uh, maybe I could react because I used to be very confident, you know. To be honest, I used daydream about being attacked or something like that just to to fight with the aggressor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I could foresee the news, the headlines, you know, and
Yeah.
dentist send um, asylum to prison, you know,
The assailant.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Using um, what can I call in English? Scams? Krav Maga scams? No. How can I call?
I'm not sure
Blows,
what you're talking
blows,
about.
blows. I'm talking about blows. My mind went blank.
Okay, no worries. So like blows, like hits.
Yes, because I used to feel confident, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it's self defense and uh, we um, we used to play to act uh, as if we were in situations like that, you know, someone holding a knife and then I used to feel powerful.
Yeah. Oh, makes sense. Um, okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
this kind of feeling is a bit childlike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's childlike?
Um, because I would have put myself in danger with this kind of reaction. I used to daydream about
Mm-hmm.
being attacked on the street. Who who on earth wants something like that?
Yeah. No, I mean definitely not a thing to hope for. Um,
Yes, but I used to wish for
you used
just
to
to
wish for it?
yes. I am telling you, just to practice uh, Krav Maga to show off my abilities because I used to feel powerful and I
Okay.
used to foresee the headlines on the local news.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
a
Uh-huh.
dentist sent a aggressor to jail, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know.
Yeah. I think I misunderstood at first. I thought you were talking about just daydreaming instead of like almost like wishing for it to happen.
I
But
used
yeah.
to wish.
Okay. Whew, that sounds intense. I don't, yeah, can
Yes,
imagine wishing it.
it's because I am a bit crazy.
Well, yeah, but I think having the confidence is good too. Keeps you safe in a lot of other situations. I guess wishing for it isn't what you want to do, but um, okay. And I'm not sure where everybody else is. There's like 9 reservations paid. There's 11 reservations, so looks like it
Yeah,
should be a full class.
I
But
I thought I couldn't join the class
I don't know. But let's get
because
started.
I didn't make a reservation.
Yeah, well, it looks like just you and me so far. Can you read the title and the next lines?
Okay, dating. In today's class, we are going to talk about dating, talk about the perfect date, discuss double dating.
Nice. And can you read the quotation?
I don't have a girlfriend, but I do know a woman who'd be mad at me for saying that. Mitty Hedberg.
Good. What's he trying to say?
Uh, he doesn't he consider her to be his girlfriend, but
Hmm.
he does have a girlfriend, you know.
Maybe, but
And
he knows that she considers him
yes,
to be her boyfriend.
if she consider he is, he just childish, childish.
He's just childish.
Hmm.
Just childish. Or maybe she's really attached. Um, he's just childish. Good. I like that explanation. I think that's exactly what he means. Um, okay. And has this ever happened to you?
Mm, no, thank God. If it happened to me, I would be really mad at the guy, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What about the other way around? Did you ever have any guy who would have considered you to be his girlfriend and you didn't think so?
Oh yes, it was awful. My gosh, I once I went out uh, with a guy. It was just a date, you know. But the guy was a stalker, totally crazy. And I met him in a party, and it was embarrassing because he was wasted, you know,
Hmm.
drunk, and and he he was saying a lot of things like oh my gosh, I feel ashamed. Uh, like he was going to commit suicide. My
Oof.
gosh, things like that because he thought that I was being evil, and then my gosh, he used to stay around my neighborhood and and yes and make phone calls to my house and say zilch, you
So
know.
creepy.
It was scary, obnoxious. My gosh, I regret going out. He was obsessed.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds like it. Holy smokes. Okay.
Holy
Um,
cow.
yeah, holy cow. Okay, that is some story. Well, I'm glad everything turned out okay. Um, let's go to the next page. Anna Carolina, what's your idea of the perfect first date?
I I believe I brought it up once. Since I'm going to dream, I I want to dream big.
Hmm.
A very handsome man, very wealthy, would invite me for a ride in his helicopter and take me to his yacht, you know. he would give me a diamond ring or something expensive, you know.
Hmm.
It would be romantic, with roses, a nice dinner, maybe some violins.
Some violence? Oh, some violins. Some violins. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
So remember violence?
Yeah,
Violence
violin.
and violence. Like violence and violence are very different
Okay,
things.
okay, maybe some violins. No, no
Yeah, some violence.
violins. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely,
you.
definitely different. I was like, Carolina, again with the violence? Come on. Um, okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And do you ever go Dutch when dating?
Yes, it's common nowadays. However, I I expected the the man to pay. It's a
So it's
nice.
common. Go ahead.
It's nice. Um, this kind of old-fashioned behavior.
I also like when the girl pays. That's also nice too. Yeah, good. For sure. It's nice. It's kind of old-fashioned behavior. Okay.
Mhm.
And have your parents ever disapproved of any of your relationships?
Yes, sure. Um, when I started dating, I was young, very young, and of course they were concerned about me, because I was a little girl,
Okay.
but could be anyone. They would have disapproved anyway.
Yeah, I would have disapproved anyone. Okay. Yeah. Good. Really good answer. And do you have any questions or comments or anything to say or add on this page?
No,
Okay. And let's go on. Yeah, I guess read through the words.
all right. Go out, eat out, ask out, dress up, fall in love, have something in mind, old-fashioned, propose, approach.
Can you make a sentence using one of these words in the future perfect?
Future perfect. Could you remind me?
Will plus have plus the participle.
Hmm, okay, let me think. Oh my gosh. Um, by but what did you type? What did you type?
You could start off with like a clause. So if my plans go well,
Okay, thank you. If my plans go well, tomorrow at about 2 p.m., I will have it ate out,
I will
eaten,
have
eaten,
eaten.
eaten out.
Okay, if my plans go well, tomorrow at about 2 p.m., I will have eaten out. Yeah, yeah, that'd be good. And what about sentence in past perfect per past perfect?
Could you remind me? I don't memorize the name.
No, that's okay. So we'd say had, or the past tense of to have, plus the participle.
Mm, okay. And like a conditional.
You could use it in a conditional.
Mm, uh, if I had said no when that crazy guy asked me out, I I wouldn't have been in an embarrassing situation.
Uh-huh. Really well done.
Thank you.
Okay, good. And yeah, I think good. Well, you don't have any other questions. Can you read the comic?
Actually I have two questions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To dress up means to wear a costume.
Sometimes not in the sense of dating, unless you're going to like a really strange date. Um, Generally, when we dress up, what could it mean?
Um, I thought it means to wear a costume.
It does. What else could it mean?
To dress well, maybe.
To dress well.
Okay, and to have something in mind is literally to have something in mind.
Uh, Anna Catalina, what do you have in mind for tonight?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, so
No plans. It's
it's
like
literally
have a plan. Yeah. Do you have something in mind? Do you have a plan?
no.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. And can you read the comic?
There is a new girl in our class. Well, what's her name? Who knows? Is she nice? Who cares? Not me. Do you like her? No. All right. He does like her.
Yeah. So he likes her. He does like her.
Mhm.
Do you like her? Do you like her?
Do you
Can you repeat
like
that?
her?
Yeah. Yeah, he does like her. And so how can you tell?
Well, first of all, um, Calvin brought up the fact that she exists, okay? And then he seems to be very upset about everything, and it is the way that little boy reacts when they fall in love with someone for the first time. They usually uh, treat you badly, on
Treat them.
purpose. Treat them badly on purpose.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Um, there's actually another one that I think is really good that I don't have yet, but I kind of want to show you. So hold on one second. And can you read this one too? It's a little bit small.
Calvin,
Hold on.
okay.
Maybe this will be better. Yeah. Okay. Can you read that?
Yes. Calvin, you baloney brain. You sent me a hate mail Valentine and a crummy bunch of dead flowers. So, here's a Valentine for you, your insensitive Claude.
Hmm.
A Valentine and flowers. He likes me. She notes it. She likes me.
She noticed.
She notes. She notes.
Uh-huh.
Noticed. She noticed. She
Good.
likes me.
What's happening here?
Um, she was uh, pretending that she was upset because she told Calvin that she didn't like the Valentine card
Yeah,
and the
what kind of
flowers.
Valentine's card was it?
What kind? A hate mail?
Uh-huh. What's
Mm,
hate mail?
I I I don't know. I don't know baloney
Baloney
and
brain.
yes, and I don't know crummy either.
Okay, crummy is really bad. Um, so if you think about if you get a loaf of bread, the crumbs are like you only get the crumbs of the loaf of bread. It's like crummy. It's not really anything. It's like the worst part. Um, and bologna is a type of meat. I don't think that's how you spell it. It's actually bologna.
Okay,
It's
I know.
bologna. Yeah, it means a bologna brain is just like somebody who's stupid. It's an insult.
Hmm.
Stupid. And a clod is like a jerk, kind of. Another insult.
All right. And I hate mail with a card with impolite things, rude things written there.
Yeah. So it's just like a mean letter.
Oh, okay. So it was a it 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 is like I was saying before.
Hmm. Yeah.
They they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
On,
Go ahead.
uh, okay. They how can I say annoy one another
Hmm.
to draw attention, and they hide their truly feelings. You know, and hate and love are very close, and children. Um, my gosh, children act this way because um, I don't know. I don't know why. Just
Okay.
because.
Yeah. I think that's good. Have you ever acted like that with anybody?
Yes. Sure. When I was a child.
Yeah. What was his name? What was he like? What happened?
Uh, okay. There was a boy called Vitor. You know.
Hmm?
We sure. My gosh. I was at the fourth grade.
I was in fourth
In
grade.
in fourth grade, uh, we used to annoy one another and things like that. And once at the end of the year, people were uh, writing things on the wall inside the school. Of course, it was forbidden, and he he used to sign um, 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 a trademark, a block with two O's,
Oh, a what?
PLOOK, something like that.
Sorry, how do you spell it one more time?
Two O's. I don't know what it means. And he used to draw a face. You know, the O's were eyes, and then I I did it in a bunch of walls on purpose because the principal knew that it was his trademark, and then he had to clean everything up.
Oh, way. He had to clean everything up. Wow.
Yes, and we used to do this kind of things a lot with
These
one
kinds.
another. This kind of things a lot.
That's awesome. You were a
Yeah,
little devil. Um,
I was.
yeah, wow. Okay. That's hilarious, though. Okay. Okay. Uh, let's go on to the next page. You're pretty familiar with idioms, right? Can you read through them really quickly?
Okay. Double date, go instead, significant other, dump, head over heels and hung up on.
Yeah. Any questions about any of them?
I just need a remind the last one.
Hung up on. Uh, that guy was way too hung up on you. You never even dated, and he was threatening to kill himself, and etc. Kind of like that. Makes sense?
Mm,
So it's like if you're hung up on somebody, you can't stop thinking about someone. Generally, it's when they broke up with you or when they have broken up with you,
okay.
or if you aren't dating, you're obsessed with somebody. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Mm, okay. Hold on. Mm. That crazy guy that I brought up before was way too hung up on me, but we just went out once, so definitely he was crazy,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. We might say was way too hung up on me. Too hung up. Good. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Can you read the title and the directions?
Okay, tell a story. Lots of things can go wrong on a blind date. Tell a story about a blind date where everything went wrong. Okay, let me think. Once upon a time, there was a woman who was kind of drifting in in her in her marriage her marriage because he was way too confident, about how her husband um, was um, was attached to her.
I'm not sure. That's a little bit. She was kind of drifting in her marriage because he was way too confident about how her
She
husband was
she
attached.
she. Sorry,
She was way too confident about how her husband was attached to her. Yeah. She was way too confident about how much her husband loved her or how much her husband needed her.
Yeah, something like that.
Huh?
Okay. Um, but after a while, letting herself go,
Okay, so, but after a while of letting
or
herself go.
um, it's dawned on her that the relationship was how can I say wasted,
Wasted. Falling apart?
falling apart. Okay. Instead of trying to make her husband um, falls in love with her again, fall in love with her again, he decided to break up the relationship and
She
turn.
decided?
She decided
Huh?
to break up the relationship and turn off a new leaf,
Turn over.
turn over a new leaf. All right. And then she went to the gym. Uh, she was becoming more beautiful, and her friends set up a blind date for her.
A blind date for her. Okay, and hold on one second. Uh, Mohammed, welcome to class. Mohammed, how are you?
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, you.
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Mohammed, how do you pronounce your Mahmoud?
Yeah,
Mahmoud. Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you pronounce your name. Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt?
Yeah,
Okay, nice. And Mahmoud, what do you do for fun? What do you like to do?
what?
What do you do for fun? What do you like to do?
Mm, yes, I don't know.
Sorry?
Anything. I did. I did no special thing to do.
It's a
I
little bit hard
like
to hear.
to play football, tennis.
Mahmoud, your microphone, there's a lot of air, so I can hear your breath a lot, and it's hard to hear your voice. Are you there, Mahmoud? Um, da da da. I'm not sure. I can't. Mahmoud, are you there? Can you hear me? Your microphone is muted. Okay, Anna Carolina, how would you continue then?
Okay. All right. So she went to a disco club and and met the guy there.
Okay.
Her friends told her that the guy had a nice curled hair
Nice
and
curly hair.
and was strong. But the guy was bald and bald and overrated. Also, um, his jokes mm, were awful.
Okay, hold on one second. Also, his jokes were awful. His jokes were awful. That is definitely important. Good jokes. Okay, and how would you continue?
Okay. Um. Oh my gosh. Then she regretted breaking up, but my breaking up with her husband,
Mhm.
but the bald fat guy started chasing her everywhere. And one day, um, the guy grabbed grabbed her arm, and she tried to escape, and her husband rescued her.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
And then they fixed their relationship and lived happily ever after.
That is the cheesiest story and lived happily ever
Sorry,
after.
Josh.
No, that's okay. It's really funny. I like it. Um,
I I I did I didn't know what I was saying. I don't know how to do it better.
That's okay. No worries. I mean, it's good. It's still good. You did a really good job with your grammar. I'm sorry I laughed. Um, yeah, it was good. I thought that the guy was gonna like take off his mask and like be her husband, but good. That was really great. Um, I guess we could try this. Can you read the two roles?
Okay. You see someone you might like. Introduce yourself, ask some personal questions, and try to get this person's phone number. Person B, answer the questions and introduce yourself. Ask a question or two of your own. Decide whether or not you want to give the person your phone number.
Solid. Okay. Which role do you want?
Anyone.
All right.
You
Play
can
person A.
Okay. Uh, Hi. Have I seen you around? I have the impression that I've met you somewhere because you seem familiar to me. Maybe
Go
maybe
ahead.
you come here often. I don't know. It's my third time in this disco club.
Nice. You know, actually, I don't come here too often. I've been here maybe once or twice before. I don't know where I've seen you around, but you also look kind of familiar. What's your name?
Uh, Let me introduce myself. My name is Anna. So, what do you do for a living?
I am a professional soccer player. What do you do?
Awesome. Awesome. It must be amazing. I'm not a die-hard fan of soccer, but I kind of envy your lifestyle, you know. I am a dentist, by the way.
Nice. Okay. Dentist is cool. It's a cool job. I have really terrible teeth because I grew up in poverty just playing a lot of soccer. But yeah, now it's really great. I've got a great lifestyle and a really big house.
Uh, did you say that you have awful teeth? I can fix it for you.
That sounds like it'd be a really good plan. How much do you charge to fix all my teeth for me?
Uh, well, we have to talk about it. Maybe you could give you your phone number, and then I would call you to set up a time and so forth. And maybe we could go for a coffee one day.
That sounds good to me. Just to be clear though, is this like a professional date or is this a date date?
Who knows what the future holds?
Yes. Sorry, that was an awesome line. Um, I don't even know if I can respond. Yeah, yeah. All right, here's my number. Definitely
All
call me
right.
sometime.
Thank you. Take my number as well. Okay.
For sure. Perfect, thanks.
You are more than welcome.
Nice. Who knows what the future holds? That was awesome, Carolina. That was really good.
Thank you.
Um, okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions here?
No.
All right. Solid. All right. I guess the first question. Can you read and answer the first question?
Okay. When should you introduce your boyfriend or girlfriend to your parents? When you begin dating? After you have been together for a while? Only when the relationship is serious? And why? After you have been together for a while. Um, because when um, you you know um, if the relationship is serious or no. If you are with someone, it's serious. After a while, I don't get the difference, you know.
Um, Serious is like you're thinking about the future, and after you've been together for a while is just like you've been dating for a little while, but you're not like actively thinking about the future with that person. Make sense?
Yes, it does. I believe that after you've been together for a while,
Okay.
you don't have to think of getting married to introduce.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, even just like moving in together. If you're thinking about like moving in together, if you're thinking about getting a dog or something, I don't know. That would probably be like making the relationship a little bit serious or more serious because you're thinking about like staying together for the long term or at least a
Okay,
longer term. Um, if you had $10,000 to spend on a date, what would you do?
I would spend $1,000 and and keep the rest.
You have to spend all the money on the date, or else it disappears. It's like Cinderella.
Okay, so I would use part of the money to get everything. I would go to a beauty clinic to get a cleaning on my skin, maybe an artificial tanning, tanning,
An artificial tan.
artificial tan, some lights in my hair, a nice haircut. I would buy a dress, everything new for me, accessories, and so forth. It's part of the date, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Then I would rent an rent a helicopter and go to a nice restaurant somewhere, a very fancy restaurant, and I would get something to the guy,
Something for the guy.
for the guy.
Okay, like what?
I don't know, a gift, um, something nice.
Okay. But like, like what?
Maybe a nice perfume, a cologne,
Okay, a cologne.
maybe a nice
Okay.
one,
Yeah, solid. I think that's a good one. Okay.
a French, a French cologne,
French cologne. Solid. Okay.
or um, a pause shaving lotion,
Shaving
no,
cream or a posh shaving cream?
a pause shaving
Okay.
with the cologne, or um, a shirt. I don't know.
Okay, or a shirt.
Hmm.
Okay. I think that's good. All right. And we can try this. Can you read the title and the directions?
Okay. Opinion. What do you look for in people you date? Explain. Happy, intelligent, funny, attractive, talkative, kind, exciting. To be intelligent, attractive.
Okay. Well, so make a whole sentence.
Okay. It's important for the person I'm dating to be attractive because if there is no chemistry,
Hmm.
no chemistry between us, there is no way to date the person, you know?
There's no way to date the person. Yeah. Okay. What about the next?
Um, intelligent,
Next, I think there should be.
intelligent, because dating is not just about making out and so forth. We have to talk to each other and of
What I
course,
suppose is.
you know, and I cannot stand people who cannot talk, you know.
Huh?
Mm, and to be funny, because I can't stand bad jokes.
Can't stand bad jokes. I don't know how you take classes with me.
Ah, no, you are good at it.
I, I don't know. I make quite a few bad jokes.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, anything else?
Um, that's it.
That's it?
To belong to the middle class and or to be wealthy, not very very poor.
Okay.
Mm, I don't wanna sound biased. No, no, take it away, erase it.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
all.
I mean, I think there's something to be said about that. You know, the same social class that you grew up in and that
Yeah,
you're comfortable with. Often it does make a difference in the things that you're interested in. I don't think it sounds, necessarily biased. I mean, if
okay.
you're only looking for somebody for their money, but yeah, like
No,
having like some sort of middle class background
yes,
or a wealthy background, your education is probably different. I mean, it depends too. I don't know. I
yes,
don't think it's as
similar,
biased as you. Yeah, I don't think it's too
similar
biased.
backgrounds, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, that might be a better way of saying it. Having a similar background. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, anything else? Can you think of any other like
Hmm.
adjectives that would describe somebody interesting?
Uh, understanding,
Understanding.
to be understanding, it's very important. Um, to have something different. I don't know. The chemistry that I brought up.
Yeah, the chemistry is important. Good. All right.
Hmm.
And let's skip those. I don't really like that one either. We already kind of did that. I don't know. Can you think of any like really bad dates that you've ever had?
Mm, no, I I told you already. Maybe first
Your first
um
date
my first kiss in the mouth.
was really bad?
For me it was because I was really young, you
Huh?
know. I had a child, to be honest, and I thought it was disgusting. Then I split. No, my gosh, what's the name? I brushed my teeth a lot. I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
because I was really young.
Uh-huh. Good. I think that's a good answer. Really unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, but
Now I think it's normal.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And we are just about out of time. Do you have any like last questions or comments or anything else you'd like to add?
Now I'm very happy that I look it out again.
Yeah, right? That was a little bit silly. I'm really surprised. I don't know where everybody else is. It
Me
was
neither.
yeah,
But
but
in my
cool.
opinion, it's great. Good for
Yeah,
me.
worked out well. But
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
have a really good night, and I'll
You
see
too.
you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. See you tomorrow, I guess.
Okay,
Bye.
perfect. Yeah, see you tomorrow.